Welcome back to Ask an Arborist from Voice for Trees. I'm Ivy, and today we have a great question from someone who is just starting to learn about trees. Today's question is, what is an arborist and what do they do? To help answer that, we're here again with Vincent, an ISA certified arborist. Hi Vincent, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Ivy. I'm happy to be here. And that's actually a really good question, because a lot of people hear the word arborist, but they may not know exactly what that means. So, the simple answer is this. An arborist is someone who studies, cares for, and helps manage trees. You can almost think of an arborist as a tree health professional. Not exactly like a doctor, but kind of in that direction. We look at trees and ask, is this tree healthy? Is it safe? Does it need pruning? Is it getting enough water? Is there disease, decay, or insect damage? And what can we do to help this tree live longer and stay strong?
So, an arborist does more than just cut branches.
Yes, definitely. And that's a big one. A lot of people think tree work is just cutting branches or removing trees. And yes, arborists may prune trees or remove trees when necessary, but the real goal is usually tree care, not just tree cutting. Good arborists are thinking about the whole tree: the roots, the trunk, the branches, the leaves, the soil, the environment around the tree, and even the people and property nearby. Because trees are living systems. They respond to stress. They respond to drought. They respond to bad pruning. They respond to construction damage. So an arborist is trying to understand what's going on and make the best recommendation.
What are some of the things an arborist might do during a typical day?
It really depends on the type of work they do. Some arborists climb trees and do pruning. Some work from the ground. Some inspect trees for safety concerns. Some write reports. Some work with cities, parks, schools, homeowners, construction projects, or utility companies. An arborist might look at a tree and say, okay, this branch is weak. This tree was planted too deep. These roots are being damaged. This tree needs structural pruning. Or, this tree is actually doing pretty well and we don't need to overreact. And honestly, that last one is important. Sometimes the best tree care is knowing when not to do too much.
That's interesting. So arborists also help people understand trees better.
Exactly. That's one of my favorite parts. A good arborist helps people understand what they're looking at. Because trees can seem simple from the outside. Trunk, branches, leaves. But there's a lot going on. Trees are creating shade. They're cooling neighborhoods. They're storing carbon. They're helping with air quality. They're supporting birds, insects, and other wildlife. And they make places feel better to live in. So when we care for trees properly, we're not just helping the tree. We're helping the whole community around that tree.
That makes the work sound really important.
It is. And it's also physical work, science work, observation work, and people work all mixed together. You need to understand tree biology, but you also need to communicate with people. You need to explain what's going on in a way that makes sense. And sometimes you're helping someone make a hard decision, like whether a tree can be saved or whether it has become unsafe. But whenever possible, the goal is to protect trees, care for them, and help people appreciate them.
So, if someone wanted to become an arborist someday, what should they start learning?
I would start by paying attention to trees. Look at their leaves. Look at their bark. Look at how they grow. Notice which trees do well in your neighborhood and which ones struggle. Then start learning the basics: tree identification, roots, soil, pruning, pests, diseases, and tree safety. And if you really want to go further, you can study arboriculture and work toward becoming a certified arborist. But honestly, it starts with curiosity. Just slowing down and saying, wait a minute, what is this tree doing, and why.
I love that. It starts with curiosity. Thank you, Vincent, for helping us understand what an arborist is and why the work matters.
Thank you, Ivy. And I'll just say this: trees are worth learning about. The more you understand them, the more amazing they become.
Thank you for joining us for Ask an Arborist from Voice for Trees. To learn more about trees and how you can care for them, visit voicefortrees.com. We'll see you next time.